It's about 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, May 9th, I guess, 2024. You can see they did a pretty good number on this last section. I'm looking at, well, you can see how tall the grass was, how tall it is now. It looks like they did do the single bite thing. They trampled a lot of it too. I'm not seeing like little islands of untouched grass, so I might have put too little area. Hey, Eliana, go down 3 posts. We're gonna give them 3 posts today instead of 2.5. Trying to see what happens if I give them more grass and what they do with it. So I was hoping to see less grass, more grass untouched. So I'd say they probably grazed 90% of this, a third of the way down, maybe a little more than a third. So there's all the calves. All except, yeah? Just go perpendicular. Yeah, I think when we put up these last posts for the row, we're supposed to put 13 posts, so for 14 sections in between the ends. And we had a couple posts left over, so they don't line up. But we just eyeball it. That's keep experimenting, keep eyeballing. You know, the numbers aren't exactly consistent. This row is probably closer to 60 feet wide than 75. I was thinking about that because I'm looking at the end posts. The T-posts at the opposite sides of the field are about 10 feet apart. I don't know if you can take that to the bank or not. I probably need to take out a tape measure and see exactly how far they are apart. But I use GPS to position, and even if you're as accurate as you can be with GPS, you're still going to be about 10 feet off, more or less, you know. But I'm just using the cheap Google Earth GPS, nothing fancy. All right, let's open it up. All right, everybody, you ready? There we go. There we go. All right, I'll just move the wire. I'll collect it later because I wanted to see what they did versus what they're going to do. Somebody was saying 26, which is 24's calf. Looks like wagyu. That's 26 right there. I don't know if he was referring to the body shape or the colors. He might have been referring to the colors. Let me just watch him a little bit. Get your guys' opinion. His neck is beefy. He has a really nice brisket. Almost like the brisket you'd expect to see on a ramen, right? He was born at the end of January, I think like a couple weeks before February, or like a week before February, something like that. So it being early May, he's about 3.5 months old. So yeah, he has a very thick neck. Let's just get his profile here. There's a lot of flies on him. Maybe I should have gotten the parasitic wasps this year. His condition's pretty good. We're looking at his left side, so his triangle's filled in pretty nice. Very thick. Let's look at his butt. He's got good width, you know. So he is the oldest calf here, so he should be the biggest if they're all born the same size, which they're not. They're all different, you know. So yeah, I don't know what that commentator meant by he looks like wagyu, but you know, maybe he will be the one I keep. I'm going to keep 1 or 2 bulls, maybe 3 if there's a reason to keep 3. But keep them, steer them, you know, neuter them, and then raise them to weight and eat them. See what they taste like. But really, I'm interested in next year's crop with the South Pole Bull, see what I get out of that guy. And over the course of 5-6 years, I'm going to replace all the cows with heifers. There's the concept of epigenetics, which the basic idea there is that animals that are born in a particular condition are better adapted to that particular condition than animals with the same genetics that are born in different conditions. So the conditions kind of change how the animal develops and how it adapts. I think that's what it is, which sounds like a bunch of voodoo science. But with a grass-fed operation like this, a lot of these cows grew up on feed, or at least being supplemented with feed. And so they're never going to do... Here's my dog trying to get off the grass, huh? They're never going to do as well as a cow that's born on this pasture. Because the cows that are born on this pasture, their whole lives, this is all they've known. And that's what their body's adapted to. And so I can't wait to... even if I were to buy a herd of South Pole, like let's say I went up to Oklahoma, bought a herd of South Pole. I came back with like 20 South Pole cows. I would expect that the calves off of those cows would do better on my land than the cows would, And so ultimately I would expect eventually I'll replace those cows with the calves that are born on this land, Now the numbers with cows, so cows have 1 calf per year. About half of those calves are female. This year I got a lot more bulls than heifers. And so that they take about 2 years to mature, right? So every year, only 0.25 cows are basically going to come online for each cow that you have, right? So they don't reproduce that quickly, not like sheep. Because sheep are ready after a year, and typically they give you a lot of twins. And so you can expect, especially if you're doing 3 breedings in 1 year, in 2 years, every 8 months, that you should be able to get ewes online at a very decent rate. I think it's like 1.5 new ewes per ewe each year or something like that, depending on how you calculate the math. So it's going to take a while to replace this herd, at least 4 years, right, to replace a herd. And the other problem too is that young heifers tend not to do as well as older cows. So you're taking a big risk by bringing the heifers in. So, but yeah, that number 26 calf born from that cow, the skinniest cow I have, number 24 there. All right, guys, that's all I got for you this morning. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.